In this video, we're going to talk about blind grading inside an assignment. So blind grading means that you will see the student's submission, but a name will not be connected to it. Now, keep in mind, this is not 100%. If a student puts their name on their paper, if they put identifying information within the content of their posting to the assignment, you can still figure out who the assignment is from. So it's not 100%, but with a little forethought and letting them know, do not put things like your name inside the assignment. It can work pretty well. So if you're grading assignments inside of As You Learn, it's a nice thing to be able to do to not see who you're grading, but to keep any biases out of that that may exist even subconsciously. So we're going to start with inside the class. We're going to turn editing on. We're going to add an activity. We're going to add an assignment. And everything that we normally do with an assignment is the same, but we're going to submit down here to grade. We're going to give it a value just like we normally would. You can use this also with a rubric or grading guide. All that still works. But we're going to look at blind grading. So we're going to turn that to yes. We can also, if you have TAs or multiple faculty in a course, you can hide the grader identity from the student. That means they don't know who graded their work, but typically it's just going to be the faculty, so not a lot of mystery there. So we're going to use blind grading in this. And I've already created an activity with this. So here's blind grading. And if we go under settings, we can scroll down and see that the grade is set to blind grading yes. And notice I can no longer change this because submissions have been made. So students have actually submitted to this. So once a student submits, you can't turn blind grading back off. So you can't kind of pull the rug out from under them by saying, oh, it's blind graded, but now it's not. So I'm going to go into this assignment and I'm going to view all submissions, and notice now instead of the students' names, I get an identifier. So I can come through here, I can use the grade function like you normally would, and I can see their work. I can change it to what I want. I can give feedback. I can give a grade. When I go to change user, instead of the student names, I have they're just a random number. So I can do it that way. I can go back, view all submissions. I can put grade directly in here. So I'm going to give this student a 90. I'll give this student a 95. This one's going to get an 87. And these two are going to get zeros because they haven't done. So I'm going to save those changes. Feedback still works the same. And continue. So I've graded those. If I go over as a student and I hit refresh, here's that blind grading. Now I happen to know this student is one of the fake students that submitted. I've given them a grade. They look at their grade, but lo and behold, no grade shows up. So there's an additional step. Once you are finished grading everyone, you really need to wait. You're going to give everyone a grade. The due date's passed. You can go here and reveal student identities and continue. And now I see who is graded what. This is why you do not want to do this before you finish grading, because you'd be able to see that. Now as the student, I go in here and hit reply or refresh, and their grade shows up. But it will not show up until you come here and do that reveal. Notice there's no longer a hide function. So that's a one click and you're done. You can't reverse that decision. So you wait till the due date of the assignment, you wait till you've made all the grades, all the feedback, and then submit those.